So after spending 4 nights in Sanur, Bali, it was time to head back home to Adelaide. This trip really changed my mind on Bali, and I'm looking forward to getting back here in the future. Aside from the fact it's a beautiful location, the locals are very friendly and I felt welcome at all times. From conversations I had with locals, I learned that tourism makes up as much as 80% of Bali's economy, so most people will have no problems with language or other possible cultural barriers. My mate Kutut dropped me at the airport at around 7:30 am, and if anyone needs a good, genuine taxi driver that doesn't try to empty your wallet, feel free to ask me for his WhatsApp. So today I'll be flying back to Adelaide on Jetstar flight JQ126, which is the morning flight departing at 10:15. As you can see, Denpasar Airport is quite spacious and open. There's a few places to eat outside, and after checking in and passing through customs and security, there's plenty more inside. After making my way through duty free and the retail area, I found a small place to eat which had a good view outside. This was the diner I decided to have breakfast at. The view was great, but to be honest, the cost was quite ridiculous. With the service charge and government tax, I paid about $17.50 Australian for scrambled eggs and 3 sausages the size of my pinky. I finished the meal in about 1 minute. I really should have learned my lesson when I came here in February for a stopover. I paid close to $50 for a steak, which was below average at another place inside the airport. So after the long walk to gate 9A at the end of the terminal, I decided to relax on one of these lay-down chairs. For anyone who has a bad back, these are awesome. And here is the arrival of our aircraft today, VH-VGO, which has just arrived from Adelaide. Today I'll be sitting in seat 28F. Now, as I mentioned most details regarding the seats, space and service on board in my previous Jetstar video, I'll try not to repeat myself today and just outline a few other small details regarding the flight once we've taken off. So back at the beginning of the year in February, I actually flew the evening flight, JQ128, while connecting from Singapore. Now that flight departs daily from Denpasar at 10:45 PM and arrives in Adelaide the following morning. If you have the choice, I'd highly recommend the day flight, as even for myself at 177 centimeters, found it difficult to sleep due to the limited recline, or maybe just because of the recline I am used to in overnight international flights on larger aircraft. But as I mentioned in a previous video, for day flights, the space is adequate and comparable to other Australian domestic services. An hour and a half after takeoff, the Western Australia coast came into sight. Also, what's your thoughts on taking your shoes off and lounging on an aircraft? I'm interested to hear your opinion. I feel that although you're paying for the service, there are limits. I personally don't, as I think it's disrespectful to other passengers. Shoes off is one thing, but to lounge and put your feet up is a no-no for myself. Today, I decided not to make any purchases on board. After spending up big at the airport, I thought I'd save the wallet. As with most flights, I spent majority of the time listening to podcasts. As there is no IFE on the A320s, I'd definitely recommend to bring something on board to keep you entertained.
We're approximately 120 kilometres to the northwest of Adelaide, just passing overhead the York Peninsula. You can see the township of Yorktown out the right hand side of the aircraft. Managed to make up good time. We have you touching down at 27 minutes past 5 of the evening. It's currently 20 degrees and some scattered cloud in the area.
If you have made it this far into the video, many thanks for watching. If you're hoping for a little more information, I'd recommend my previous video that includes more information regarding in-flight services. But for now, enjoy the landing in Adelaide, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, the plane landed early. They must have had a good tailwind. That's okay, we've still got to get through.